Late one quiet night, Daniel waited alone at the empty bus stop, unaware his life had already ended earlier tonight. Through thick fog, a lonely city bus slowly approached Daniel, its headlights glowing strangely across the silent, empty street. Daniel stepped onto the bus, expecting normal passengers, but immediately noticed something inside the vehicle felt very strange. The passengers sat completely silent, staring forward without blinking, their pale faces frozen like statues in the dim bus. Daniel slowly walked down the narrow aisle, feeling uneasy, while the driver continued driving silently without ever looking back. Looking around, Daniel noticed the passengers' faces looked pale, lifeless, and strangely expressionless, like something terribly wrong happened. Outside the bus windows, the streets looked unfamiliar, covered in thick fog and darkness surrounding the slowly moving vehicle. Daniel glanced again at the silent passengers, realizing none of them moved, spoke, or even blinked once the entire ride. Feeling uneasy, Daniel slowly stood from his seat, trying to understand why everyone inside the bus looked lifeless tonight.
What's happening?
He carefully walked toward the front of the bus, while the silent passengers remained completely motionless around him. One quiet passenger held a glowing phone screen, illuminating his pale, ghost-like face inside the dark, moving bus. Curious, Daniel leaned closer, trying to read the strange message clearly displayed across the glowing phone screen. The news headline showed a terrible city bus crash that happened earlier the same night, killing many passengers. Daniel looked carefully at the article photo and suddenly recognized the exact same bus he was riding tonight.
This can't be happening. I have to get off.
Fear slowly spread across Daniel's face as he began realizing the terrifying truth about the silent passengers.
They're ghosts. I have to get off.
Every passenger on the bus looked exactly like the victims shown inside the shocking news article. Slowly, the ghostly passengers began turning their heads silently toward Daniel, watching him carefully with empty, lifeless eyes. Terrified, Daniel walked toward the driver, hoping to understand what was really happening on this strange bus tonight. Through the rear mirror, the driver slowly stared back, revealing hollow, glowing eyes and pale, ghostly expression. The driver whispered softly, "You were not supposed to wake up yet tonight, Daniel." Daniel stepped backward in fear as the terrifying truth suddenly became clear inside his mind.
Join us in the dark.
He suddenly remembered the crash, realizing he had also been inside that deadly bus accident earlier tonight. Daniel slowly looked down at his shaking hands, noticing they appeared strangely transparent under the dim bus light.
Am I dead too? Please, tell me.
His reflection in the dark window slowly faded, just like the other ghost passengers sitting silently beside him. The mysterious bus continued driving endlessly through the dark, foggy road, with absolutely no destination ahead. The ghost passengers quietly watched Daniel, as if welcoming him among their silent group forever. Daniel slowly understood this strange bus carried only the souls who died during the terrible crash tonight. With fear fading, Daniel quietly returned to his empty seat beside the silent ghost passengers. The ghost bus continued forward, disappearing deeper into endless darkness and thick fog, covering the lonely road. Somewhere in the endless fog, the last bus of the dead continued its silent journey forever.